Foxy Gamers, welcome to Cook Serve Delicious 2! I'm so excited to finally be bringing this game to the channel. I've been waiting for this game for so long, and it even got pushed back a little bit. But that's okay, because it was for a good reason. The game is fantastic and a lot of fun, and the developer has been working super hard on it. I can tell you that for sure because I've been watching him work hard on Discord. Anyway, here we are. We are starting off with a new campaign. And as you can see, we don't really have a lot of dishes just yet. We do have $5,000. So I might go back here to the food catalog and see if there's something we want to buy. Now, I could just technically buy whatever the heck I want, but I'm one of those people that really likes to keep a theme going with my food, so I may wait until I can purchase enough things that make a lot of sense together. But I think starting out, we ought to just go check out Max Wieners. Now, this page here is the Chef for Hire page, and basically, these restaurants will open up to us, and we will get 20% of the sales during a day that we do in this, plus all of the tips. So it's not as profitable as, like, say, playing in your own tower, but if you don't have a lot of money to buy more foods that you want to get, or you want to play the Chef for Hire mode so that you can get some unlockable goodies, then you can do these, because you get unlockables for getting medals and stuff for having perfect days or average days or other similar things. So let's go ahead and start out. This one is pretty easy. We've got the corn dog and pretzel that both are required to be used in holding stations, and the hot dog is optional, and the nachos don't need a holding station whatsoever. So in case there's some people here that did not catch my stream from the earlier beta, our day doesn't start here till we prep a food, since we have preppable foods. And now the way that this works that's different from Cook Serve Delicious 1 is you can see along the top here, we have these holding stations in addition to our prep stations right here. And now what that means is we pop open a holding station here, and then you can see we have corn dogs and pretzels, and there will be a red exclamation point next to them if they are required to be in a holding station. So if somebody comes in asking for an order that is something that's required in a holding station and you don't have it ready, you cannot serve them until you get something prepped in the holding station. So it's a good idea to try to pay attention to how many things you have left, or if they're going to expire soon, and that way you can prep things ahead of time. Some things are instant in the holding station, some things take a little bit of cooking time, and some things are a really long time that if you wait until a customer wants something, it might be too late. You might lose that person. So hot dog here, for instance, is in the optional. You can see the little yellow HS means you could make this in a holding station, but you don't have to. Here are sides, which again are only made in holding stations, but they are never something that is required to make it through the day. These will basically allow you to get more money, like people will tip you when they get sides, and you will get delicious ratings for serving somebody a perfect order that then also has a side. And there are certain, like, achievements and unlockables that require a certain number of delicious order, that sort of thing. So we're gonna start out the day just making sure we have corn dogs and pretzels ready to go. And if you mess up the recipe here, like let's say I'm gonna do German pretzel here, boom, it's wrong. I can't serve that, so I have to throw that guy away. And then I have to make another pretzel and follow the recipe. Corn dogs obviously only have one recipe, so there's no way to mess those up in the holding station. But there we go. Now you can see what happens. We open this up after our food is prepped and put on the required ingredients. And now with the pretzels, they're just either German or classic. There's no, like, butter or salt or sugar like there was in the old game, so we just straight up serve them. You can see a blue check mark there, and that means they are good to go. And you can serve them while you have another screen open or something. So here's our slam dunk nachos. They're pretty straightforward. No cooking time for those or anything like that. We already have the cheese prepped ahead of time, supposedly. And you can see this looks a little bit of a trashy restaurant. Perhaps the McDonald's version of hot dogs. I don't even know what that would be. You got me. Oh, we're already out of pretzels. We only make 4 with this holding station. So we want to keep a nice, good look on those. So some of the chores have been... Oh, actually, it's almost rush hour time. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some onion rings in here. And do I want to make more corn dogs? I don't know. We don't have a lot of holding stations right now. So I want to make sure that we have an empty slot for anything that we might run out on. The dry dog recipes always give me... Oh, look at that. We're almost out of pretzels already. So I am going to go ahead and throw those in there. We're going to run out of corn dogs ASAP too. That's fine. We couldn't have prepared them any faster anyway. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay. Now, the chores have become a little bit easier, I think, than they were in the first game. But you also don't have any sort of upgrade of the machines like you did before either. So, as far as I know, the chores stay the same throughout the entire time of the game. I have not been paying much attention to what is coming up in what order right now, but I seem to be having enough time. Oh, so one other thing I forgot to mention. You can see the little time, 20.5 seconds in the upper right-hand corner of my screen. That means that's how long people are willing to wait for me to open up their order. And if you have sides, I believe they will wait longer. Let's find out. As soon as we get this hot dog done here. So, let's see here. We make some tater tots. And we'll have to wait till they're actually done to find out if that works or not. As the day goes on, we have to mash the trash in more and more. So if you have items that give you a lot of trash, you will notice yourself having to mash a whole bunch. Uh-oh, we did not have corn dogs and I was not paying attention to it. So one good thing that happens, though, is if you're about to lose an order and you just realize that you need to put it in a holding station, as soon as you prep the recipe, you will get some extra time. You could see that that corn dog actually came back after I noticed I needed to prep it. So basically imagine yourself telling your customers, oh, hang on, I've been so busy. I promise you, your corn dog is just going on the grill. It'll be right out in a jiffy, and it's gonna be so fresh, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself. Now you can see our pretzels are about to run out. That little blue dial with the pizza slices on it tells you how long your food is going to be fresh. There's nothing you can do about it. If it's about to go bad, you can only hope that someone is going to come that wants it. There we go! We got somebody wanting a pretzel just before it went bad. But that's another thing you want to plan on, is like not making a whole bunch of prep stations full up if it's not rush hour, you know? Alright, we're out of corn dogs again. Gotta take care of that. I'm not bothering with putting wieners on the prep station right now because I just don't want to take up a spot for those. But I should put on some sides. I'm probably not going to make rush hour with those sides, but I would like to get some delicious orders if I can. The dry dog recipe always throws me off because I see it saying, no ketchup or mustard, please. And I'm like, oh, what? I'm sorry, you want ketchup and mustard? Here, let me... Oh, my bad. Well, here you go. I'm gonna make you eat it anyway instead of making you a new one. That's basically how this game works, you know? It's like, oh, sorry I messed up your order. That's too bad. Hope it didn't ruin your day. Whereas, you know, in most places, they would remake your order for you. Shoot, I was hoping maybe I'd get away with not having to prep some more pretzels. I try not to prep more foods after the second rush hour just because there's a good chance they're not going to get used up by 10 p.m. when the restaurant closes. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think it actually costs you money to prep something. Like, you don't pay money to serve food. Your only expense, essentially, is buying the food in the first place. There you go. We got a perfect day with 25 delicious orders. So we got 3 medals. And here you can see for this reward, we need 2 bronze medals, 4 silver, and 1 gold. And here are our special unlock items. We've got some table decors. It's like Overwatch loot boxes, but for free and so much more often. Ooh, that's interesting. I kind of like that one. There are so many items in this game for the restaurant designer. Oh, look at that. We got a pot pie for a pantry. So exciting. There's so many items for our restaurant designer that you're gonna have to get a lot of items if you want to actually upgrade your restaurant and like keep it sort of themed or whatnot. Alright, so you can see we didn't get a huge amount of money. We got $215 from the Max Wieners. That is one of the strategies though about using the sides, is if you're doing the cook for hire, the chef for hire, then you will take home more money at the end of the day because people will tip you more for those sides. So that was my bad for not doing a better job on that. So what I want to do right now, you can see, let's see, where did that go? My pantry. So these are the foods that we have. We've got mac and cheese is our side dish. We just have 1 tea or passion drink. I can't remember what that is. Pretzels, cereal, Salisbury steak, and pot pie. These foods are not very well themed with each other. So what I could do, I suppose we got, you know, we could do like pretzel, pot pie, and steak. Let me remind myself what... Okay, so only the pretzel is a holding station required, and all these other things are no holding station. So I would say this is somewhat themed. Because we just got the pot pie, we could do something like that. It's like your super duper fatty American foods, you know? So we'll go ahead and set up our entree. Now this is something that's really cool, is in this game, look at all these different presets you can have. How awesome is that? It goes all the way to end. Like, I don't even know... I haven't gotten far enough in this game to even need more than like 1 or 2 presets. But that's partially because I've been starting over for testing purposes and all that jazz. Now, I haven't really played with the Salisbury steak or chicken pot pie very often, so we'll see how well I do. We may not get a perfect day today, but I wanted to show you how, like, what a restaurant looks like. Well, you can kind of see it there in the background, and how much money we get when we just serve food ourselves in our own restaurant. All right. It is a cold day out, it looks like, so, you know, we've got some comfort food going on. That should be pretty fun. I feel like people are going to want to eat this stuff for their cold day. But look at this awful restaurant we have here. Speaking of cold, I bet it does not feel very warm and cozy in this restaurant. Let's throw some macaroni on here since we only have 1 thing that needs to be prepped. Alright, these are a little bit trickier. We need creamy sauce, corn, chicken, carrots, broccoli, celery, green beans, peas, potatoes, and cover. Alright, we needed everything in that sucker. The steaks are pretty easy. There's not a whole lot of ingredients for those. Corn, carrots, broccoli, celery, green beans, peas, and cover. Interesting they don't want potatoes in the vegetarian pot pie. I noticed they didn't put chicken in there, obviously, but I would have thought they'd want potatoes. I would want potatoes in mine. Seriously. Okay. Oh, shoot. We can't. Okay. I need to shut up for a second here, because we cannot serve that Salisbury steak without adding stuff. Alright, so we've got... Oh, gravy? Onion gravy. That's what that is. Alright. Veggie pot pie again, so everything but chicken and potatoes. For some weird reason, as we discovered. Alright, I'm gonna prep another pretzel station here. And also some macaroni, because we're about to run out of that. Incoming rush hour, the quiet before the storm. You can hear the music changing. Oh my god! Alright, veggie, again, let's see if I can memorize these before the end of the day. And then I wouldn't even have to look at the recipe and think, because I don't have all the key bindings memorized yet. There we go. Alright, so we've got... Fortunately, this one's pretty easy, where there's gravy, M gravy, mushroom gravy, or onion gravy. So those key bindings make a lot of sense and are pretty easy to remember. Oh, we're about out of macaroni, though. I want to throw some of that on there since it's really easy to make. If you thought the drawings could not get more appetizing since the last game, you were wrong, because holy crap, these drawings are amazing, and they make me hungry every time I play this game. I was just thinking about right now, like, ooh, I can't wait till I go get some groceries tomorrow and I get to cook some delicious food. I'm like, why am I thinking about this at this time of night? I've already had dinner tonight. Alright, we made it through rush hour without any sort of problems. I think we're still at a perfect combo. 22 seems a little bit low for going through rush hour, but maybe that's right. We don't have a huge amount of buzz yet. Okay, we're out of macaroni and almost out of pretzels, so I will go ahead and create those. The game will automatically choose, oh, like this, there we go. Well, obviously it chose that because the other pretzels weren't prepared, but instead of going from, like, lowest number to highest number, the game will choose the oldest thing that's in your holding station. So that part is really nice, because that could get pretty annoying if it didn't do that. Alright, it looks like there's really only 2 different chicken pot pie recipes, or rather pot pie, because some of them are veggie pot pies. So that should be a pretty easy one to memorize without having to actually look at the recipe itself. Just read whether it's chicken or vegetarian, and I should be good to go. Alright, we got another rush hour coming up here. Yeah, I'll make some more macaroni because we'll only have 3 left after we serve these guys here. This is actually turning out to be a pretty easy day, to be honest. I was a little worried about these recipes I haven't done much of before, but they're not too bad. Oh, okay. I guess not all of these chicken pot pies will have potatoes, so I'm glad I did actually read that one. Otherwise, I would have messed it up. Uh-oh. I may have also put broccoli in there. I guess we'll find out before too long. Shoot, I wasn't paying attention to that. Never mind. I spoke too soon, guys. It's okay. It won't be the end of the world. Oh, we got it bad. They're like, no, fuck you, broccoli. This now sucks. I have to throw it away because broccoli is the worst thing in the world. And, yeah, I got an average order because I did something wrong on that one too. I don't remember what. But it was not good, guys. Not good. Yeah, alright. I was wrong on those. It seems like the name of the recipe stays the same, but the actual ingredients can change. So I can't just read it and be like, oh, okay, this is a chicken pot pie. These are the ingredients I need. I have to actually read it. I do know that there are some things in this game that are like randomly generated with these recipes. And I don't believe that was something that the first game did. So that's, oh crap. Of course somebody wanted a pretzel, damn it. So yeah, that is not something I'll be able to do. Not that I always memorized the names of recipes anyway in the old game, but for some food items I definitely did. Alright, well there we go. There's our first day. 1 bad order, 1 average order. Womp womp. But we still got a lot of money. Look at that. $396.90 in tips, so that gave us a lot more stuff. Ooh, what are our rewards? Nature in motion. Ooh, fancy booths. I don't know if I like the style of that too much, but at least we can give our customers something more comfortable to sit in, huh? Oh, neat! I like that little bonsai tree. That's cool. Ooh, that's awesome too. Wow. I bet they had fun making the art for this game. Okay, guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. You can look forward to seeing a video on this game pretty much every day for the foreseeable future because I love me some cook, serve, delicious. And yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to cover in this game. So next time we will go through our restaurant designer and try to decorate a bit. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me, boys and berries, and until next time, stay foxy.